Hello everybody and welcome. This is Tushar Chande. Today we're in search of the perfect exit strategy, which of course doesn't exist, but we will talk of the combination of the Breakout Buddy, adaptive Donchian Channel combined with my PALS exit or the Parabolic accelerating long stop. On the right hand side we have the adaptive price channel and the breakout is painted in green, and the red dots start at the lowest low here at the start of the breakout and then have followed the trend as it has risen, and we are trying to decide what's the ideal combination of the breakout body and the parabolic exit and how should we use it. So let's dive in. The usual disclaimer: past performance is not indicative of future results, particularly when it comes to exit strategy, because markets are random. So the breakout body is an adaptive Donchian channel. So there are two variables, length and offset, which are not fixed as they would be in the traditional Donchian channel, and both adapt automatically to market volatility using the stochastic adaptive true range. The purpose is to trade breakouts or make the trading of breakouts more convenient and more effective, and we can use it to scan, to backtest, to optimize, and so forth. So the Breakout Buddy adaptive Donchian channel has been discussed in detail over here or over here. So you can use any of these links at your convenience. So this is daily data for BE or Bloom Energy. We had a breakout at the $30 level with this gap over here. A lovely accelerating trend, a parabolic trend higher, and then a pretty brutal reversal with a large gap in between. So how should we trade it? And let's take a look. So this is the daily data for Bloom Energy. The indicator we plotted is the Breakout Buddy adaptive Donchian channel. It first identified the breakout down here much before this gap. It stayed green all the way through. And at a minimum, if you just use the green bar itself as a trailing stop, then you'd have exited somewhere over here around the lows or maybe near the lows of this particular bar. So this is still Bloom Energy daily data. We have the green channel identifying the breakout buddy, and we've combined that with the red dots, which are the parabolic accelerating long stop. In this case, the parameters are slightly different than the standalone PALS exit because I wanted to combine the two indicators. You can see that the indicator picked up this absolute low, the move here, and has been moving very slowly, following this trend very nicely, and has done a pretty good job of keeping you in the trend. Now, the issue here is that this is relatively far away from the absolute high of the move so far, and we don't know what's going to happen. The market could go back up and retest those highs and so on, and the parabolic could still give us a pretty good exit. But this shows you how you could combine trend following ideas by using the breakout with the breakout buddy and then combining that with a relatively aggressive trailing stop that doesn't remain too far behind prices. We're still on daily data for Bloom Energy. We still have the breakout buddy indicator painted here. And now we have the PALS accelerating exit, but with the speed of 2, which is a faster speed. As speed goes up, the stop moves more rapidly, so you should get more trades, i.e. you'll get stopped out more often. So just as the previous slide, the PALS exit starts near these lows, but then it catches up with prices here, restarts, catches up with prices there, restarts, and now would have been stopped out today or pretty close to the lows of the day. So this shows you that we don't know what the right speed is, but as you increase the speed, it follows the price action more closely. Same chart as before, but now with an exit speed of 3, so it's moving even faster. We started here as before, got stopped out, got stopped out sooner, started earlier, and would have been stopped out earlier today, i.e. at the open, rather than near the lows. So again, as you increase the speed, the stop moves faster. This is the same daily data for Bloom Energy with the same breakout buddy painted on, but now we have a maximum speed of 4. So if you follow the red dots, you see they're moving very aggressively. So if you wanted to be a short-term trader within this long-term trend, then the speed of 4 lets you do that. So for example, You could have bought this breakout here, got stopped out, then bought the breakout again, you'd have been stopped out over there. Taken this breakout, got stopped out over there. Taken that breakout, got stopped out over there. Taken that breakout, got stopped out over there. So our exit has gone from no exit to that low to about that open to all the way over there just by changing the speed of the exit. Now, of course, we don't know what the right exit speed should be, but it's mostly a function of your trading strategy. Now, this is still Bloom energy, but we've gone to a 1 hour chart and we've dialed our exit speed down to 1. So you can make the speed and breakout combination work completely differently simply by changing the frequency of the underlying data chart. So for example, here we've got a 1 hour chart, so things are moving very rapidly. And if you look at the last little surge here, you could have taken this breakout here. And then we had actually a negative development. That is, we had a downtrend emerge on the 1 hour chart using the breakout buddy indicator, and that's painted in red. And the trailing stop would have gotten you out just a bar or two below this breakdown. So this is an example of keeping the speed the same, but changing the speed of the chart, and in effect making the chart shorter or respond faster. And you've got a different set of exits. So this is an option if you're a short-term trader. So we will change charts here. We'll go to IonQ, daily data. And this is the breakout buddy painted here. So uptrend, downtrend, uptrend, uptrend. And then we have the PALS exit painted here. Now, if you look at this big trend in 2024, you see that the speed of PALS of speed of 1 worked pretty well, though of course we couldn't capture this gap. And then this also worked pretty well down here. So now we are looking at this breakout, which has been a phenomenal breakout, very, very quick breakout. And of course, you'd expect the trailing stop to lag, even though it has responded quite nicely and rapidly. So this is an example of where would you change the speed of the exit or the frequency of the chart in order to get a trailing stop that's closer to prices? It'll be up to you. So this is IonQ again. We still have the exit speed of 1 for the PALS exit, but we've dialed up or dialed down to a 1 hour chart rather than a daily chart. So here's the breakout buddy is painting it beautifully, and here's our accelerating exit, and now it's much closer to the prices compared to the previous chart when it was somewhere down here or much further below. So this is an example of using the same speed of exit, but making it more responsive by changing the frequency of the underlying data. So this chart is daily data for Western Digital Corporation, WDC, daily data. We have the breakout buddy indicator. So downtrend is painted as red, and then uptrend is painted as green. It's done a really great job of picking up this uptrend all the way. And then this is the PALS trailing stop. Starts near the absolute low of the move and has moved up really nicely. Now it's accelerating as prices have accelerated. So you could say, well, the stop in general has worked really well. It's still, pretty close to prices and moving higher. We don't know what prices are going to do. They could continue going higher. They could go sideways or drift lower, in which case the stop could still catch up. So you have the option of sticking with this configuration or trying something different. So this is still WDC or Western Digital Corporation, but we've changed the configuration. We've gone to a 4 hour chart and we've gone to an exit speed of 2. So the stop should move much faster relative to the progression on daily data. So again, we're starting near the lows of the move, and you see we got stopped out very early on. If you continue, you'd have got stopped out there and stopped out there. So multiple stop outs. But then for this spike move here, you see the stop is much, much closer to the price than on daily data. So it's strictly a matter of whether you want to be a short-term trader within a long-term uptrend. In summary, the Breakout Buddy adaptive Donchian Channel can be a good tool for trend following. It can be used on any time frame and can be combined with chats for confirmation and PALS for exit. And I've shown you there's no perfect exit, but depending on your individual preference, you can combine different combinations of speed and time frame to get the particular movement that you want in order to protect your equity. And of course, it's simple to test and use as a scanning tool. So thank you very much for listening.